Hi, everyone. I'm Sydney. I'm here to talk to you about Pronto today. Pronto is your institution's communication platform. This makes it easy for you to communicate with your peers and your teacher without sharing personal information like your email and phone number. Let's go ahead and get started here. There are two different ways that you can access Pronto, either through Canvas or through the mobile app. We're going to talk about both ways, but mainly focus on the mobile app. I did want to show you what this looks like in Canvas. So here I am in my Canvas dashboard. On the bottom left, you'll see a Pronto icon there in your global navigation. If you go ahead and click on that, you will see the last conversation that you were a part of. If I go to my menu, you can see the different groups you belong to that correspond with the classes that you're taking and whether your teacher has enabled Pronto for that class or not. You'll see recents at the top. So any recent messages or groups I've been in will be stored here. I can collapse these categories and you'll see that the categories match these courses that I'm taking. If I go ahead and click on Biology 1010, for instance, I will see a group that mirrors that name there, and that's where I will communicate instantly with my teacher and the peers that are also in that same class with me. Going into that group, I can see a history of the chat that's here. If I want to, I can actually open up Pronto in its entirety by clicking on this box with the arrow coming out the right, and that will open up Pronto fully in its own browser. Going back to the mobile app, I would like you to pull out your phone and go to your camera and go ahead and scan this QR code. This is going to guide you to download the app onto your phone. Once you've downloaded the app and you've clicked into the app, you will see a welcome to Pronto message. You'll also see two different options here, email and phone. You're going to want to log in with email. So go ahead and click that. Then you'll be prompted to enter your email address. This is going to be your school or institution email address. So go ahead and put that in there. And as soon as you do, it's going to have you send a code. Before you send the code, it's going to have you confirm that this is the correct email address. Once you've looked that over, go ahead and click send. From here is where you're going to go into your email inbox to find that code to put it into your Pronto app. If you are not seeing the code in your email, make sure you check spam and junk mail in case that's where it ended up. Once you've grabbed that code and you've put it into Pronto, it's going to welcome you to your organization. It's going to prompt you to upload a profile photo. You can either do so by taking a picture now or accessing your photo album to upload a photo that you've already taken. Once you've done so, you're going to click OK, and this is where it will show you any groups that you're a part of that belong to any classes that you are currently taking. As we get into the mobile app, I wanted to touch on notification preferences, language preferences, and then share some meeting and message features. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stop sharing my screen here, and I'm going to share my mobile device screen so that you can get a better look at this. So here I am. Please feel free to follow along. Here I am in my Pronto app. I want to quickly show you the notification and language preferences. So to access that, I'm going to go to that setting cog here at the top by my name and my institution name. Here I will see notifications. So I can select notifications, and here is where I can decide if I want to receive all messages, all notifications for every message, only mentions, meaning if someone says at everyone or at Sydney, I'll be notified, or nothing, meaning no notifications, although I will still receive the messages. So I can go ahead and select an overall preference there. And then going down to group overrides, I can actually decide, okay, for most of my groups, I'm going to receive only mentions. But for these specific groups like calculus and economics, I actually want to receive notifications for all messages. And for these other groups, these study groups, I'd like to receive no notifications and just check those groups when I get a chance. So you can be very specific about the notifications you are receiving. Going down, language and translation, go ahead and click on that. Here's where you can set your preferred language. I'll click on this and it will show over 100 different languages to choose from. You'll want to make sure that you select your preferred and then make sure that you toggle on that instant translation to make that communication smooth. And I will show you what this looks like. So going back, I'm going to go to a conversation here, you'll see that this message is highlighted blue. That lets me know that this message was sent in a different language, but it instantly translated for me in my preferred language. Going into a group message here, just to share some meeting features, some messaging features as well as meeting features. Here's where you can type your message. You can select the @ sign to tag everyone, or if you'd like to tag a specific person to notify them of a message you are sending or direct a message to them. Just know that you're still in that main group where everyone can see that message, even if you have tagged someone specific. Below that, you'll see a camera icon where you can access your camera for videos or pictures. You'll see next to that is a photo album icon where you can access your photo album for any videos or pictures already taken. Next to that is a check mark with a box around it. That is to create a task, and we'll talk about that in just a bit. You also have the option to choose any files from your phone or scan any documents in. And last but certainly not least, we have a GIF option to make things exciting and fun where you can add any GIFs. Above that GIF option is a microphone where you can send a voice message. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to long press my thumb on to a message here. Here's where you have some different options. You are going to have the option to react to a message here. You can click seen by and see who has seen this specific message and who has not seen this message in the group. You can reply directly to that message, creating a thread. Or you can copy or forward a message. If it is your own message, you will have the ability to delete your own message as well as edit your message there if needed. Going up to the top, you will see a meeting icon, a video icon. You can actually start meetings right inside of this group that will notify anyone in this specific group that you've started a meeting that they can join. So you can start a meeting and you have a chat feature in there as well. Anything that is typed in the chat inside of the meeting will be stored right here in the group. Next to that video icon are 3 vertical dots. This is my group settings for this specific group that I'm in. It has the name and the category, different information about this group, as well as the members that are in this group that I can search for. Here's another way to set your notification preferences as well for the specific group. And then going down, you'll see any photos and videos that have been shared in this specific group are stored here, any links, any files, as well as any meetings that have been hosted in this group will be here, as well as a replay option if the meeting was recorded at the time that you can go back and watch. If I would like to send a direct message to someone, I can go ahead and just click on their profile picture, and that will show their profile as well as the option to message. That will pull up our direct message between the two of us. I have all the same features in here. I can also go live between this other individual and myself where no one else is notified, and we can have a conversation through a meeting, and that can also be recorded as well. Going back to this screen here with my different groups, I have this plus sign. This is an action menu here at the bottom. I'm going to click on that and see a list here. There's another option of sending a direct message here. You'll notice before I clicked on a profile picture, but if that person isn't right in front of me, I can come and search for someone that I'd like to direct message. Going back there, I can also create a group. So say that I'd like to create a study group. I can go ahead and name that, click next, select which class this is for, next, and then I can either add people here or I can click the invite with a link, decide when I want that link to expire. I will only have the option to send it to someone that's already in the organization, and then click create. And here is where you can either share that link out via text or email, or you can copy this and then go ahead and paste that into a main group and allow others to join this group that I just created. Below that, you'll see a create task option. This is a great way to create a task for maybe a smaller group, a group project, someone that you're working closely with, and allow them to have a to-do list of things that they need to accomplish. So you can go ahead and name that, assign it to someone specific, set a reminder, add any attachments or notes. Any tasks will be stored up here towards the top where it says tasks. I will see any tasks that have been assigned to me. I can go up to the top and see any assigned tasks that I've assigned out, as well as a check mark there on the top right will show me any tasks that have been completed. Some people like to assign tasks to themselves as a to-do list. You also might see an announcement sent by a teacher. That is that big blue banner across the top. I can either read that and X out of it there to remove that notification, or I can click into my announcements tab where it says one new and view it there. Any announcements that have been sent out by any instructor will be stored here for easy access rather than having to go back to the chat and scroll through the chat. I hope this is helpful and that you find that Pronto is a great way to communicate with your peers and your teacher. And please have your instructor reach out if there's any way that I can help as you get going with using Pronto.